All right, so we are live. Thank you very, very much for taking the opportunity or taking the time and giving us the opportunity to be able to connect with you. For everybody who is tuning in live, because we are streaming on YouTube and Facebook as well. So everybody who is checking this out, of course, my name is James. I go by J Rock on the Entertainment Plug, and fell in love with Carly, maybe popping in. She ran into a couple complications, so she should be here momentarily. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So I have the distinct honor, I'll say, of connecting with this amazing director here. She goes by the name of Angela Perkins, and she has a wonderful play that's out that I'm trying to figure out and find my way to get there to actually see it. But Love's Complicated is the name of the play, and from what I can see and from what I've read and clips that I've seen on YouTube and whatnot, just from the other projects that you've worked on, I can only imagine how good it's really going to be. So, welcome to the Entertainment Plug Aftershocks, and thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So, I think the first thing that a lot of people are really wondering is, how did you get into the whole show business thing? Because you're not just a playwright, like you are acting, and you're doing some amazing things. I'm a member of IMDb, so I went on there and I'm like, oh my god, like she's done all of this stuff. Like you've been working and you've been hustling, as I like to call it. But I think it's good, when it aligns with your passion and what you love to do. And I think that's when things really come together seamlessly. So to me,
Right.
from the outside looking in, it all looks seamless and you look like a pro at this. But how did you get into it?
It was so funny how I got into this. Actually, at the time, my daughter was taking acting classes. She
Okay.
was taking acting and modeling classes at Page Park. And so I saw this post on Facebook that this director was looking for a female to be in the stage play. So I reached out to the director and told him about my daughter. And he said she was too young. So I thought that was the end of that. So he reached out to me about being in the stage play. I'm like, oh no, 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 because that's not my thing. Being on stage, no, because anybody knows me, I'm that behind the scenes person.
Uh,
Well, nah, no, no, I'm shy. That's me.
yeah.
But he was persistent and he kept reaching out to me. So I said, okay, I'll do it. And then from there, I've met one director, and she wanted me to be in her stage plays as well. And so actually, if it wasn't for her, her name is Tracy Bonner, I wouldn't be acting today, but she wanted me to be in her production. And so she reached out to me after I had left that production. And I was really hesitant at first because, like I said, acting was not my thing. I just did it because the person was so persistent. And
Mm.
so when she did reach out to me, like I said, I was hesitant and I told her, make sure it's not a lot of lines. So she said, no, it's not. So I get there, it was a lot of lines. But anyway, so I went ahead, and played the role. And so from there, I worked with her like 4 years after that. And then I met some actors, and I would always hear them talking about this particular director
Right.
here in Houston. Her name is Annie Johnson. And so I didn't know anything about her. And so one of the young ladies came to me and she said, it's time we take your acting to the next level. I said, okay. And so she told me about this lady. And so, I went on social media, requested her as a friend. But it's funny. And that's the thing, when there's always purpose in your life, because she had already tagged me. I didn't know anything about the lady, but she had already tagged me in like several months before the lady even told me about her. She had tagged me in one of her posts about coming to her production, but I couldn't because that was the day of my birthday, so I was traveling. And so, long story short, so I went ahead and auditioned for her because two other actors tagged me in one of her posts. And so from there, I auditioned from her. And then, look, the rest is history. But from day one,
Yeah.
I don't know what she saw in me, but she saw something, because from day one, do you hear me? Day one, she was on me. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even know you. Like, I'm saying all
Mhm.
this to myself. I wasn't saying it to her, but I'm like, you don't even know me. She was jumping on me. But again, she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. So I worked with her for 4 years. And she, like I said, she was hard on me because I'm like, everybody else, why are you hard on me? But it was because, she saw something.
Because she really saw something.
Yes. So I tell everybody, sometimes when a person is hard on you, it's for a reason. You might not understand it at the time, but as you go through life, eventually you go understand, the reason why this person, took time with you and pushed you and, was hard on you. And so from there, like I said, I was with her like 4 years. So I decided, okay, I want to start doing short films, telling stories about, people dealing with different type of issues, how it affect them as, uh, in their adulthood, because a lot of times, trauma with childhood issues or just previous relationships you've been in, causes you to act a certain way. So I wanted to be able to put that on stage, but to show it not in a dark light, but to show it through comedy, drama, and romance. So
Right.
that's where I am today.
I think that's amazing. And when I have these conversations, I mean, it doesn't matter who I have conversations with. Like when I'm streaming, I like to try to pull out the lessons so that then we can obviously push those to the listeners and allow them to be able to apply those lessons to their own life.
Right.
Because the reality is, we all, especially in this business, and when you're really working toward a goal, we all go through that phase where we doubt ourselves.
Right.
We're shy. It's funny how many of the best actors are shy people.
Right.
And
right.
When the cameras turn off, they're like, and then
exactly.
when the on, they're like lively. And to be honest, I'm one of those people. So I totally relate to you, because I'm 45 and I have been shy my entire life.
Yes, the same.
Maybe the last year or two. Now, I'm not acting or anything, but even when it comes to connecting with artists, be they famous or be they not famous,
right?
Probably the first 10 to 15 years, I was nervous talking to anybody that I talked to.
Exactly.
So it was cool that when I've been doing it for over 20 years. So when I first started doing it, a lot of times we would just be over the phone. So that kind of took away a lot of the fear, because I'm like, okay, they can't see me, I can't see them.
Right.
Streaming, it's like, okay, really, but it's cool though, because like something that I do or something that I notice, like when I connect with people, like I'm able to kind of pick up on just them and their overall personality and the things they have going on in their lives, and just how normal things look. When you look at what they're doing, and you start to realize that these people just like me, they just working every day and trying to make sure they got money to go get the groceries tonight, and like we all doing the same thing.
Right.
But just kind of going back to how we really doubt ourselves. And a lot of times we will talk ourselves out of something that we are more than qualified for.
All the time.
I just did it a few months ago with a job interview. And it was just crazy, because I went into the interview and was like, okay, well, I don't think that I'm really qualified for this, but I still wanted to talk to you anyway. And then as we talked, it was like, damn, I do all of that. Like, I'm really good for this. But then they didn't want me because I talked myself out of it. So it's like, I think it's just a sign, and it's just a lesson to us to really stand in what we know that we can do.
Right.
And like you do, I mean, just looking at the clips and whatnot that you have on your YouTube account, I'm like, she's got some amazing stuff. Like I kind of like, I'm going through IMDb and I'm like, I want to pull out all of these projects and actually watch them now, so that I can just kind of see like the natural progression. Like, how has it been for you really progressing into this and kind of rising up to do bigger roles and, taking on new projects and things like that?
Well, of course, I have grown, because a lot of those projects are older projects. So except a few, there are a couple of them that are recent. But again, starting brand new into the business, of course, I was still shy. So you don't see, you see me, but acting, but it's not what I am today. because like I said, it takes growth.
Mhm.
It takes you putting in the work. It takes like I said, additional acting classes. So I have grown a whole lot because, like I said, right now, because with those were working on other people projects. So right now, to feel love and the play that I'm doing now, Love's Complicated, these are my projects. So I've grown a lot. And but listen, I don't know some things. I'm still in the process of growing. So
Listen, we
right,
learn.
and
We learn
learning. Yeah,
every
right,
single
right.
day.
Right, right. So it's not like I know everything. No, I'm still in the process of learning because it's funny because I was in a workshop. When was that? A few months ago with Raven, uh,
Okay.
right from this Tyler Perry casting director,
Yeah.
and so she was saying some things, and it really hit me. Okay, you're right, and she was just saying to the whole class, you don't want to be mediocre, so don't think you have it uh, because bring your best, you
Hmm.
know, bring your best, to whatever you do, your audition, bring your best. And so that really resonated with me to let me know, just don't be mediocre in the stage plays or just whatever I'm doing. So, like I said, it's still um, prog- uh, progress in work because, like I said, I'm still learning. This is my second production, but this is my third time I'll be doing a play under
Yeah.
Out the Ordinary production. But
And
I
that's
have
so
grown.
amazing.
So yeah,
That's like it's amazing. I mean, you don't want to make it about male, female, and that sort of thing, but it's just always amazing to see a woman, in this type of a role. As far as obviously being a playwright, but
right.
putting this entire production together and having to do the casting and more than likely being a part of the production, just in terms of acting in it, and there's so much that goes into it, and I've had
Yes.
the
Yes.
pleasure of
Yes.
seeing that. It's ironic. I drove to Houston. I'm in Cleveland, so
Uh,
I drove to Houston a few years back to cover a play,
okay.
one down there, and it was just such an amazing experience, and just to see all that goes into putting this together and putting the set together, and
Yes.
it's so much work behind it. So kudos to you for even wanting to do this. Like, do you feel like do you feel like it was something that you always wanted to do? Because I know you were shy.
No,
Yes.
no, no.
But
It
a
was.
lot of times we
I'm
say,
telling you, actually, when I came with Out the Ordinary production, like I said, it was to do short films. I didn't
okay,
have any, you know, problems. That didn't come to me with the stage play. When it came to the stage plays, that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, but because my thing was short films. That's it. But it's like God speaking to me. You need to put this on stage, and so I had to think about it for a while. And so when I put it on stage, it really helped. Some people. So that really, and that's my main thing is to be able to inspire to.
mhm,
Be able to help somebody in their journey of life, because a lot of times people go through things, but, if they see it in a different light, like on stage,
mhm.
they can pretty much just sit back and, examine themselves. Oh, I act like that. Well, maybe I need to
Yeah,
stop. So,
yeah,
no, stage plays, no. Because, see, I always, like I said, wanted to do film now. Now stage plays, for it's my own, no. But look what I'm doing now, stage plays. So
absolutely. Yes, I think the things that we end up doing, like it was always predestined. I think everything happens the way that it does for a reason. So you belong here. Like, stand in it.
see, well, the thing is, again, it goes back to my fears because
Mhm,
that was the first thing I had to get over was
mhm.
fear. And it started with me acting again with the guy reaching out to me, because if he, in my opinion, I don't think if he wouldn't have reached out to me, I wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't be acting, I wouldn't be directed, I wouldn't
Right.
be doing none of that because, like I said, acting, wasn't my thing. So,
Yeah. I think that's amazing. Like, what do you think are some of the difficulties that you have had in this journey being a woman and, doing all of this, putting these projects together?
well, for one thing, of course. you're gonna always have doubters. You doubt your own self, but then you have to deal with the naysayers outside of your own fears. But one thing I can say is, I have to forget all the distractions
Hmm.
because uh, something incident happened with me a few years ago, and it was preparing me for this moment. About what you're gonna have to deal with, and this person that I looked up to in the industry. So some things happened, but it was preparing me, and the person already told me what this is. What you're going to deal with in the industry. Especially with women. Because this is a male-dominated um, industry. But as a woman, always be professional. Protect your name, and then just do what you need to do. When it comes to your production, and forget about the naysayers. And then,
Absolutely.
as long as you focus on your goals, your aspirations, um, then you don't have to worry about all the other things, because things will line up. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely. So now, Love's Complicated. You have this coming up. It's going to be debuting Saturday, April 29th.
Yes.
And this is out in Stafford, Texas.
Stafford, yes, Stafford,
Okay.
Texas.
So tell us all about Love's Complicated. What is Love's Complicated? Or
Well,
what's complicated about love?
well, listen. So this stage play, Love's Complicated. Actually, I had another title for Love's Complicated, and so the team and I, we were sitting at a table, and I was telling them, what I wanted the stage play to be about. And so the name I had, I said, no, it's not, real catchy. So let me try to think of something else. So we were sitting and talking, and then actually one of the, not one of the, but she is the only assistant. She's one of the co-writers. I'm saying assistant. She's the co-writer on a project, and she said, "What about Love's Complicated?" So I said, "You're right. You're right. Let's use that." Deetra Brown, she's one of the co-writers on this project,
Okay.
and she came up with the title "Love's Complicated." But love can be complicated regardless, because it's a emotion that it can bring joy and pain. It can be difficult to understand, and a lot of times it's hard to express for some people. But
Absolutely.
it can be beautiful, and it can be
Absolutely.
a rewarding experience. If we all able to put in the work and make it work.
So, without giving too much away about the story, what are we getting out of this? What are some of the scenarios or views that we're going to be getting in this?
Well, basically, yeah, I don't want to give too much, because
Right.
I want people to.
I know that's a question where the answer is really going to give it all away. So I know you got to.
Look, the only thing I can say is relationships, they can be complicated and confusing when there's a lack of communication, in regards to each party. But just know, there's always hope. There's always a solution.
Absolutely.
If you're willing to make it work, put in effort, and, like I said, make it work, there's always a solution. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think this is amazing. I guarantee you, I'm trying to figure out a way to get down there to Stafford, Texas.
Yeah,
Like,
because listen, but the only thing, see, a lot of people probably think it's only dealing with male and female relationships, but it's also dealing with a mother and son. It's dealing with friends, sisterhood, brotherhood. So it's
and
different
that's the
type of
beauty, is that
relationships.
everybody will be able to get something from it.
Yes.
And I'm a stage play type of a person. I love going to see stage plays. Like I really love going to see stage plays. Will you guys, like, I know it's going to be there in Stafford, Texas. Will you travel with it, or what are your plans in terms of doing that?
Well, I do want to travel with it, but right now I don't have anything lined up. But you just never know what may happen. Things happen, that we don't even have plans for, but you just never know. But
Yeah.
yes, I do want to travel with it.
Will you by chance film it?
Yes, it will be filmed. Yes, definitely
Okay.
will be filmed. So yes, I'm planning to get it on a streaming platform. It will be.
Beautiful. Because that was going to be my next question. Am I going to be able to catch it on Netflix or somewhere? Or
Well, I don't know what platform, but since you put it out there in the atmosphere, yes, I even take Netflix.
let me tell you, I believe in manifesting whatever it is that you
Yes, exactly.
like.
I do
You have to
agree. I
speak.
do agree. And see,
Yeah,
you already put it out there. So yes, and BT and BT Plus. Yes.
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I firmly believe that you have to speak it into existence
Right.
and really manifest some things. And I've seen that play out in my life in so many different ways. Where when I speak on it and I speak it into existence and really work to manifest it, and obviously do the work behind it,
Right. Right.
a lot of
Right.
stuff really comes to light.
Yeah, because it's a good thing you said that when you manifest on some things, because actually one of the ladies that's in the play a few years back, I don't know if she was just coming out, but I've been following her a few years back, Charisma Evans. So she's in the play. And I said, whenever I do a project, I want her to be in whatever I do, because it's just her voice is amazing. Okay. And look, I have her here. And like I said, I said that a few years ago. Yes, yes. And the same with this minister. I was at my class reunion. Okay. And this was in 2019. And he had already came to me, and I'm like, okay. He had already came to me. Now, he never seen me act. He knew I acted, but he never seen me act. So I was talking with someone. He just came out of, nowhere, just started talking to me about things. This was 2019, and here it is 20. Well, it was 2022 when it came to pass. Everything he told me in 2019. So yes, I do believe that. Yes. So
Now,
people would say, well, where's she coming from? But I've always been on the scene, but just behind the scene.
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that you are stepping into the light because there's so many people who are going to be able to get something, from your
Hmm.
projects. I mean, specifically, Love's Complicated because we're all dealing with something in terms of relationships and
Right. Right.
everything that goes into it. So we
Right.
need to
Right.
be able to see things like this, and people. I find that people relate so much more to stage plays than they do like your typical movies and that sort of thing. Like, and
Right.
I don't know if it's just because it's more intimate and you're up close, but a lot of times like that stuff feeds into your soul, and it's like this is my life, or this is what I'm going through, or
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. And that's what we want to show, on stage, because, just love in general, you have joy, sadness, fear, anxiety, all of those feelings come into play. But then, like I say, you have the positive side as well. And so that's what we want to show on stage, that, just because the title is Love Complicated, love don't have to be complicated.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, in what ways do you feel like this project has helped you in your own, in your own life as far as relationships and communication and that sort of thing?
Well, this is the thing. When it comes to this play and my relationship, you know, I'm able to see that everybody comes from a different background. Okay, so
Absolutely.
everybody is not gonna show you love the way you want to be loved and the way you expect to be loved, because everybody comes from a different background. So you have to you know be able to um, accept what they can give you from their, because that's the only way. Some people know how to give love is just
Ab-
what they're showing you. So you can't expect more,
Absolutely.
right from that person other than what they're showing you. So that's what I've learned, because yes, before, no, I want you to show me love like I'm showing you love, but I
Absolutely.
have to realize, because see, I have my father around, so that's the difference. Some people, they didn't have a two-parent household, so I had both my parents in the house, so I knew how my daddy showed my mother love,
Mhm.
and so of course, we expect that, from men that we date, or if you're a man, you probably expect, certain uh, from a woman,
Right.
uh, how to be loved. So I had to realize, everybody can't love you like your father loved you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Everybody wasn't shown love. So you have to be able to, either you accept it or keep moving how
Right.
they can show you love until,
Yeah.
you're able to come to that level of agreement, you know, that they're able to show you what you're looking for.
I think that's an awesome lesson, and I relate to that in terms of my relationship with my father. And what
Mhm.
I call it is meeting people where they are,
Right.
because and everybody, just like you said, everybody's not raised the same. They don't love the same. They don't have the same ideals and principles, and
Right.
sometimes they just don't know it like you know it, or
Right.
or sometimes you just don't do things the same, and you gotta, like we both are saying, you gotta meet people where they are, and you either accept it or you don't. But people are going to be people, and
Yes.
you
Yes.
can't change somebody. So, or you can't make them change. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
about
And then sometimes you have to realize, well, or you are really in love, or is it just an attraction? Do
absolutely,
you love me, or is it a distraction, or whatever the case may be? So yeah, you have to find that out as well. So
absolutely. Now, what is next for Out the Ordinary production?
well, what's next is I don't want to say because I don't like to put it out there, but it is something
Yeah.
next in line.
As long as we know you're working on something, that's
Yes,
good.
yes, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I have to keep going. I can't stop with this play. So
Right.
yes, but it is something lined up and
That's
lined up
good.
so that just keep following the page, so they can keep up with what's up next without the ordinary.
I definitely will. I'll make sure that I have basically an area like where people can go on our website and then check out your check out your sites and your social
Right.
media and the different things that you have going on, and hopefully as you release more projects, then we can do this again. We can actually bring you
Yes. Yes.
on the Saturday show. um,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and then the other thing too is, once you get to the point, because we're not going to say if, because it's going to happen.
Right.
So once you
Exactly.
get to the point of traveling and you make your way to Cleveland, then we can have you in the studio, and I think that'll really, really be
That
amazing.
sounds good. That sounds
Um,
good. Like I said, yeah, we putting it out there in the
absolutely,
atmosphere
we
already.
put it
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there because
Because see, already, like I said, even though it hasn't happened yet, but I already have 4 places in mind already anyway to travel with the place. So
well, I hope Cleveland is one of those, and if it's not, then there need to be 5 places. So no, I think this is amazing. I really, really appreciate you for your time. Like, I think this is
thank you.
awesome. And
Thank
like I said, I'm really big on stage plays, and being able to see the story within and see how it relates to my life and just
you.
all of
Yes.
the above. So I thank you for putting this together. I think that it's really awesome. I'm looking forward definitely to, once you have it filmed and it's on streaming platforms, then we're able to check that out.
Definitely.
And
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know. I'm hoping Southwest or somebody got some $44 tickets or something for
Well,
me.
yeah, yeah. Check it out. Check it out. And come to Houston. Well, actually, it's going to be in Stafford. So come to Stafford. Yeah, so you can see
How far
Love's.
is it from Houston?
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
How far is Stafford from Houston? I don't know where it sits in conjunction
Well,
with.
you heard of Sugarland?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's how it is. Like Houston, Sugarland, Houston, and Stafford.
gotcha.
It's not real far from Houston. Well, it all depends on what part of Houston.
Well, it ain't like driving from Cleveland to Texas, so I'm sure it should be all right.
Right, right, right. Now, if you're on the north side of Houston and you drive to Stafford, now I think it's like maybe 40-minute drive, something
Oh,
like
that's
that.
nothing. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's not bad. I mean, it took, for whatever reason, it snowed all the way from here to Texas, so it took me like 22 hours to drive down there to
Oh wow.
Dallas.
Oh
And then
wow.
it was like 3 hours from Dallas to Houston, and so I'm sure it won't be that. So that's
No, 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 no.
now, I think this is amazing. For people who want to look you up now and check you out and see different things that are going on, where can they pull you up at?
Actually, you can go to my social media platform, and that's my handle is I am Angela Perkins.
Okay.
That's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Then also on YouTube, I just have little clips of some work with Author Ordinary that I've done.
Okay.
So, and then
Awesome.
also some stage plays. I think two. I think I'm in two that's on Amazon, and also I made a couple movies that are on Tubi.
Okay. Now, which ones do you have on Amazon? On which plays do you have on Amazon?
Well, they're not my plays; they're with
Oh,
another production. Yeah,
okay. But you're in them though.
right. I'm in it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What plays are those? Because I'll pull them up and actually watch tonight.
It. Look, I have to think. Oh my God. See, it's been a
Ooh,
while. See, like I said, those are
ooh.
just
Let me
do
go
a
on
search.
Prime. I'm
Angela
gonna
Perkins.
pull
It'll
you up.
come up. It'll come up. Just type. Just do a search on Amazon. Angela Perkins. They'll come up.
I'm going on Prime right now and pull you up because I. No, I think that's amazing. Thank you so much for your time and for the opportunity of connecting with you. Like I love the entire setup of like how I'm connecting with you and then your PR firms on there. Like I think
Yes,
that's
yes, yeah. I definitely can't. I have to thank Leslie Tops for making this happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is amazing. It was funny. I just happened to and I try to stay up on my email. And I just happened to look in the email account and I saw the email like, oh shoot, and it was just sent yesterday. Okay, I'll mess around and miss emails and miss different things just because of other stuff going on. So I'm
Right.
so glad that I looked at my email and saw the email from Leslie, and I think it's great. So I appreciate you for your time,
Thank
and
you.
I look
Thank you for
forward to
having
being
me. I
able to do
appreciate
the
it.
project. And I'm definitely pulling you up on Prime tonight. And
Yes, yes,
check
do
it out.
that. Yes, yes, yes.
I gotta get with Tubi, but I know it's on my TV, but I just have never pulled it up. I'm trying
Okay.
to get with TikTok too, and I just my son is trying to get me on it, and I have one, and I don't do nothing with it. So you might be the first person I follow.
Look, I understand. Trust me, because if I wasn't in this industry, trust me, I wouldn't have it. So
Right.
I do. I do understand.
But yeah, but this is so amazing. So thank you for the opportunity, and we
Thank
definitely
you.
will
Thank you.
do it again. And then of course this will be running
On
consistently on YouTube, and I can make sure that everybody has the direct link and all that.
yes.
Okay. Any final words?
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. What were you saying that was on YouTube? I was just saying just little clips of the previous.
Well, no, I just said this interview that we're doing will be
Okay,
on
gotcha, gotcha.
YouTube, and
See,
I'll make
I'm
sure.
excited. I'm hearing the wrong thing.
No, that's okay. I'll make sure everybody has the direct link so that then you can put it out as you
Awesome.
wish. And we will do this again.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say, without the ordinary, we are here, providing a positive message that will leave an impact on your life. So we hope that you, when you watch our plays, that your lives will be changed, that we will inspire you and lift your spirits. So
I think that's
thank
definitely happening already. But thank you so much for the
thank
opportunity.
you.